Hey, what's up, everybody? Yo, I appreciate that, Tony. All right. All right. Let's see if we can get this limit order filled here. We can make some money in this account without it being nasty to me. I mean, we are seeing a big move down after a big move up, which is always, always, always not fun. But all right, so I'm in. I'm in. Let's see if we can get a profit target here. All right, we'll go down to the 1 minute. Dang, that's a lot of volume in that 1 minute candle right there. Okay. We'll just go to the 1 minute. Let's see if we can get a quick profit target here. I mean, the bulls are thinking about it. They're thinking about buying it here. Hopefully they can hold this. Hmm. They're thinking about it. We are starting to see some green or some support here. So it would be nice if this thing would just shoot till target. What's up, Alfred? What's up? First day back in this account. It'd be nice to start it off with a winner. What's up with all this? Seems like it's shaking. Hmm. Yeah, just keep buying that level. Just keep buying it. We don't need no stop run. We don't need no nothing. Just keep buying that level. Damn. Okay. Damn. Mm. 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 Hold on, do I get? Hold on, what? Hold on, what? I thought I only had three. I mean, that can't be right. I did not buy no damn. I did not buy. So apparently, I had all these XFAs, and I didn't know that. But I don't recall. I don't recall buying this. I mean, I guess whatever. Mm. So apparently, I got 4 XFAs. I didn't know that. That's interesting. I'm going to do my account rotation strategy with these. Mm. You know what? I have 4 XFAs. I'm going to copy trade one with the first. I'm going to copy trade it. Okay. Yeah, I did. I did take one losing trade on stream though. That was an off stream trade. I did take this one trade off. One losing trade on stream just now. Uh, it did. I think if we didn't have this news move, I think this probably would have worked out. It just didn't because they thought about it and then they just said, nah, we want to go back lower. And they thought about it. Actually, I'm just gonna pull this. Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do here. Uh, hmm. All right, so the orb is at least complete. So I guess let's just do that. Let's identify where the orb is. So this candle and 45, 45. And this would be the candle right here. We'll just do the same thing. Style, template. So we're gonna make this orange. We're gonna text, orb. Make it 20. Make it yellow. Oh yeah, I probably got this thing extended. Uh, to the right, center. Well, inside, to the right. I don't want it to extend. All right, so that's our orb, at least for right now. That's our orb. I think the market is going to want to try to give back this move. Yeah, I mean, if we look at, I'm so tired of this Iranian news because I think now the market is probably going to drop now. Look at this trend. I think we have to be patient here. Actually, it's highly likely that we have to be patient unless you want to kind of get in. I wouldn't recommend getting into a move after the market has already made a big move down because you already know how that shit goes. As soon as you get in, it's going to pop right back up, stop you out, and continue the move lower. So right now, the trend is bearish. We have to give the bears their flowers here because buyers aren't buying the dip and the sellers are going to become aggressive. I mean, the market literally pushed past all-time highs. We reached a high of 380 off that stupid news before the bell. So you already know how that goes. Okay. So I guess this is what we have to watch out for. Even though we had this big move down, I don't want to be a bear at all. I do not want to be a bear. When it's a V bottom, V top, there's no structure, I don't trust anything, especially when it comes to bearish price action. So what we have to do, we have to wait for a consolidation. We have to wait for a manipulation of that consolidation. We have to wait for the break of structure and see if we can kind of get into a pullback. That's going to be the safest entry in a market that trended the way that it trended overnight. We're now seeing profit taking, and I doubt that if the market retraces, the bears are going to step up. So that's what I'm going to do here. Yo, congratulations on that, man. Yeah. Yeah, and that Wolf. What trade did you take? Yes, are you talking about like overnight, or are you talking about during yesterday's session? Man, that's that. mm. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually lock out these accounts until tomorrow. I'm not going to. I'm just gonna lock out my second and third account until tomorrow. But I will trade this account right here because what I plan on doing is this fourth XFA that I didn't know I had. I'm gonna copy trade it with the first one. So actually, I'm gonna just call this Titans in the wall. And tomorrow, this will be a follower of the first wall, Maria. And with my strategy with cycling through accounts, instead of just copy trading them all, I put it in rotation. I put it in a cycle. And what this cycle is supposed to do is I can still adhere to my rules. I only want to take 3 trades a day. If I take 3 losses, then I should just stop trading. And with Top Steps security settings, and I can lock them out. I have no choice but to follow those rules. So I can take my 3 trades, win or lose in the account. I'm not taking all of the losses in one account, and every week I can take a payout from one. Like if I win a trade in the first account, I cycle to the next account. If I'm unable to take a trade in that account, that's the first account that I trade during the next session, and I just repeat that cycle, and it just allows me to manage my risk. So honestly, I really do wonder what's up with this move though. Oh shit, yeah. Well, we are coming up to the 50% orb. Let me look at the 15-minute. All right, so we have all our EMAs at the top of the orb. So, and we have a manipulation on the 15-minute. Oh man, I should have. We have a manipulation right here. So yeah, we could see the market actually. I mean, we could see a rejection here. We could, but it's highly likely that the market is going to come back to the top of this range right here. But we could see the market reject right here. Could. Just gotta be patient. But man, that is a big move higher right there. That's almost a 100-point move. I mean, that is a 100-point move. All right, so we have a bearish imbalance right there. Mm. You have another 15-minute imbalance right here as well. Okay. And look, so I guess we did get see that that rejection at the 50% of that orb, or at least we are seeing it. He took one. Oh wow. Hey, what's up, Investor Z? Looks like we are seeing the rejection at that orb. Okay. You know what? I think dropped to 30K. Let's say, what the hell? Let's see if it'll come back for me. Let's see if it'll come back. I might not be able to get this. May not. We'll see. Yeah, don't remind me, Alfred. Don't remind me. Okay. Okay. All right. Like I said, I don't believe. I mean, I guess we could see this thing move to the downside. I guess, but. Okay. I don't want to get aggressive with this because of how bearish it is. I don't want to be aggressive with this. I'm forced to be patient here. I wish I was able to kind of get in with that little pullback right there. Ah, man. Okay. So I got to block NQ. Got to block ES. Got to block MES. Got to block gold. I don't even know if gold is even still tradable. I block MGC. I got to block all my tempting. I mean, honestly, I don't think I even need to do this. MNQ. 4 contract limit. Says MNQ 4 contract limit. I'm gonna save that. Today I'll this will only be for today. I will readjust this tomorrow. Okay. But this will be for today. I want to take 2 trades in this account. I want to start this account off right. I missed the opportunity right here. Man. So it doesn't look like the market is trying to hold off, at least the bears are trying to hold off that 50% of the opening range. I'm glad I didn't take this though, because I mean, this was a nice move, but I wouldn't have gotten my profit target filled here. Man, I hate that I missed that move. Okay. All right, I guess we just got to just log back in and try to look for the next opportunity here. So, I mean, I had the right idea. I guess I should have been more aggressive. I mean, it did hit this level. Maybe I should have just, in hindsight, I should have just kind of placed my limit at the top of the range. In hindsight, obviously, but I was hoping for the market to kind of just pull back there and do what it's doing now. I mean, despite this sell-off, we are still in a positive environment on the Qs. So the market is there's still more buying than selling. Even though this move was news-based, U.S. military forces will withdraw from vicinity of Iran and lift naval blockade. Oil drops. S&P 500 pumps, the dollar drops. Says congratulations to Ken Paxton on such a tremendous win, for having a strong and powerful race, but more importantly having the fuck. Oh, Ken Paxton. That's for Texas. I was like, that name sounds familiar. And I was like, oh yeah, that's here in Texas. Okay. Military vessels are not included in this draft agreement. Says that in return, Iran has committed to restoring the number of commercial transit ships through Hormuz to pre-war levels within 1 month. The management and route of ship traffic through the strait will be handled by Iran in cooperation with. Oh man, so I guess they came to an agreement. So I guess. You know, I was looking at ES this morning and wow. This is what makes trading the ES. If you're patient enough, you can snag some real wins off of ES. You can snag wins off the ES. We identified this range last night. We saw the market reject from this range, pulls back. We see a nice rejection. Look at that. Look at how the market just swipes the liquidity above this range right here. consolidation, manipulation, and then we get the drop right here. And where does it drop to? And where do we see the bounce? Right there at the 50%. Right there. This is what makes trading the ES probably more favorable than trading the Nasdaq if you're patient. But you're not in this to be patient. I think so too. Well, Debt Wolf, I have a 92 point target, so that's always my target. If I'm going to leave a runner, then yes, I would target the top of the range, but I would trail. Usually the highs and lows of ranges are hot spots for people to front run and sell and et cetera, et cetera. So if that's the area where you want to kind of get out, just be mindful that we do kind of have a range right here. So I would kind of target 140, probably the bottom of this range, 125. We could see the market actually kind of give back this move, because not necessarily give it back. This is what I'm seeing right now. I'm seeing the market go higher and the bears sell it. So that's the first try. They failed. And this is the second attempt for the bears to try to sell this. So if they fail, we should actually see a stop run above these highs, because we have technically a trend. Technically, if they fail this next attempt to take the market lower and take out those lows. So this is the second attempt that the bears are trying to sell to take out this low. But if we see a failed rotation where it doesn't take out this low, okay. So that's the second attempt from the bears. Let's see what they do here. 9. Is the Nasdaq messing with me right now? All right. So this is the second attempt from the bears to sell. So if they fail, we should see the market pop up higher here. We should. Because now their stops are resting above these highs. Okay. So these are where the buy stops are. I wonder if I'm going to regret the fact that I moved my limit lower here. But I wanted to be kind of closer to the bottom of the range, because if we see the bulls step up, that's probably where they're going to step up at. So I wanted to kind of be underneath this range right here and slightly above the orb low. So we'll see. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, let's see. I believe so, Yogi. I think we're on the August contract with gold. We're on the August contract. Or I'm sorry, not the August. July. The July contract. I think it's Q, or I think it's C or something. I think it's C. Or Q. It's Q. Gold is pushing up higher, huh? Yeah. I think I'm about to regret adjusting my entry. Damn. Look at that move. Look at that drop on gold. Wow. Gold's definitely coming back to earth. That's definitely shit. This is very painful to watch. This is very painful to watch, but I'm not going to jump into this. I should have just kept my my limit order where it was, and I would actually be a part of this move. I was trying to be cute. Well, I mean, I think it made sense. I'm not going to beat myself up over. I mean, if this does push higher here, I'm not going to beat myself up over it. At least I'm gonna try not to, right? You did or you did not. There is no try. Okay. Okay. Mm. Man. Man, man, man. Man. Man, man. Mm. Yeah, I think okay. Well, right now, I wouldn't recommend opening any position until we kind of get out of this chop. I'm going to wait for the market to pull back into this area. I'm not trading in this chop right here. I'll wait for the pullback and hope that we can get a continuation higher. I know that this is where the bears have their stops right there. As we explained earlier, this is the bear's second try to take out this low. That is the current objective for the bears, is to take that low out. So we'll see if we'll get it. Mm. Probably like a whole point. So you're gonna do me like that? Okay, top step. Okay. Okay, top step. All right. I understand BS like this happens all the time. Come on, top step. Don't do this. God damn. All right. Okay. All right, so we're in that. All right, let's see. Okay, we'll see. You said news is coming out? What time is it? 9:23? So it looks like we are getting that reaction from the top of that order block. Like I said, I kind of wanted my limit order to kind of be in between, or my order to be in between that order block and this little range that it created right there. All right, let's see if we can get this thing to push higher here for us. Actually, I'm curious, what news came out? Yeah, I appreciate that, Dead Wolf. So far, so good. So far, so good. Unless it just takes a crap, you know. It's pretty bearish. The bulls look like they don't want to buy it no more, but okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. All right. The bulls ain't buying this no more. Okay. So I guess taking the trade at the 50% of the orb was the play. The bulls ain't buying this no more. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And that's not too bad of a loss. We can easily make that back. Easily make $160 back. Like I said, I'm gonna take one more trade in this account. One more trade. If given the opportunity to take one more, or not one more trade, a long somewhere. I don't know where. I would have to. Hmm. Hold on. I thought my daughter was playing with my phone and called somebody. I was like, dude, don't do that. Okay. All right. Like I said, I hate days like when the Bears are actually in control. It's hard to trust them. It's hard to trust them to do the right thing. It's hard to trust them to do the right thing. But we took that short at the orb. We took that short at the orb. Hmm. Or the median of the orb. We took that short. Hmm. Well, Alfred, I mean that's easy if you're scalping, but it's not easy if it's not easy if you have a big target. Yeah, we see, I mean, how often do we see moves like this that and we see V recoveries? I mean, it's easy to say trade what you see after the fact, but if you traded what you saw yesterday, you got clapped. If you traded what you saw right here, you got clapped. I mean, it's easy to say that, but in real time, when the market doesn't respect bearish price action at all, it's easy to say that, then clapped. Easy to say it, then I mean, I'm not. Like I said, the Bears, they get one day like this, and then it just goes back to just buying and disregarding their price action. Okay. I don't know. I guess the question is, now that the Bears have completed their market objective, taken out that low, do we trust the pullback for a continuation short? Do we trust the Bears here? I wouldn't bet my last dollar to trust the Bears. I wouldn't bet it. I'll wait for a long opportunity. I'm not shorting. Mm. me look at the 15-minute. The only short that I would take is if the 15-minute EMAs are suggesting that I can take a short safely. If the 15-minute is not lining up with the short, I'm not going to take it. Because all we need is for the bulls to. So this is what I'll probably do. This is what I'm going to look for here. If we don't see a rejection off of this range, and we see the market pop back up, and then we could potentially see a rejection at these buy stops, I'm going to go for another buy on the pullback. I don't think the bulls, or I don't think the bears have it in them for a continuation here. I don't think they have it in them. So if that's what we see, if we see the breaker structure higher, I'm waiting on the pullback for the long. But what I will say though, the depth of market is telling the story. The depth of market is telling the story. It's saying that the market is selling off here. You can see that the depth of market, you can just see it. Obviously, you have all this selling pressure right here, and you got these buyers in this area right here trying to save the market. Trying to save the market here. If they already broken through the bullish trend, they're creating a new bearish trend here. But we all know that these buyers in this area right here can potentially save the market. So like I said, if the market breaks higher, we break this trend line, we get a pullback, I'm buying that pullback. I'm buying that pullback. I have no faith in bears at all. All right, so that looks like, all right. Okay, it looks like we're going to probably get exactly what I'm looking for. You have all this bullishness right here. We'll see what they do at these EMAs right here, but I'm pretty sure I already know. And if I'm so confident in the move, ah, shit. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. If I can get in, if I can get in right here, if I can get in right there. Hmm. I should have been paying attention to that. All right. So this price action is not surprising. We're seeing the market, we're seeing the bears fail at these lows. We've already seen the fail rotation. This is that leg that takes out this structure. They pull back, they fail. We're now seeing the bulls step up, the bears getting stopped out of their positions. So now the only thing we have to wait for is that breakout and that pullback. That's all we have to wait for. Mm. Mm. I had a feeling. Oh, I had a feeling. I had a feeling it was going to stop run above that high right there. Oh, I had a feeling. I was like, they're going to probably stop run right there. Ah, they're going to stop run. Shit. I had a feeling they was going to stop run above that damn high. All right, let me see if I can kind of get into this right here. 76.75. Let me see if I can get into it. Let's see if it'll pull back for me. 76.75. Market orders are my friend. On days like this, Dead Wolf, yeah. Especially when it comes to the Nasdaq. Yeah. Like I said, Alfred, man, market orders are not my friend. The exit all button is not my friend. They're my enemies. Come on, Nasdaq. Be my friend today. Be my friend today. Be my friend. Be my friend. Pull back. Limit me in. Don't squeeze higher here. We got this trend line that the bears are trying to protect. We have the trend line. And this is what I'm talking about, Alfred. This is what I'm talking about. These bears suck. I'm not trusting bearish price action. I'm always going to be biased against bearish price action because they just continue to fail for no reason. Man, I don't think I'm going to get it, guys. I don't think I'm going to get it. I don't think I'm going to get that pullback. Okay. So, like I said, it would have been nice to get the stop run right there. It would have been nice. It looks like I'm not going to get it. Or I guess let me back up and let me clearly explain what I was talking about. So, I do expect for the market to break up higher, to break out higher and pull back. That trade is still available. What I was referring to is getting a better entry. I had a feeling that the market could potentially stop run above this high. So as I was marking it out, it actually did it. Instead of, I guess I should have, what I was trying to do here was mark the line out. And if I saw what I wanted to see, I would have hurried up and moved my limit up. But as I was doing that, the market was like, oh, you got to be quicker than that. And now we're seeing the stop run higher. So this is what I was looking for. You can look to the left and see that the market breaks out of the range. So this is the breakout. Now we just got to wait for that pullback. But I just wanted the better entry. Let's see if it'll give it to me. So my entry's at 76.75. Let's see if it'll give it to me. And not be nasty to me here. Okay. All right, so I'm in. Okay. I'm in. What I'm hoping for now is the market to continue higher here. All right, so I'm in. Let's see if we can get it to these buy stops up here. Because I know, well, it's highly likely if the market gets up to these highs, then we'll see the buy stop here. Okay. I mean, so far so good. We got a perfect pullback entry right here. This is a nice pullback trade. We see the market run the stops above these highs. We're seeing the pullback. And now, if we can see the continuation here, that would be great. But on days like this, I have to just remind myself that when the market does this and there's no buyers, it's not my entries. It's just the market is just not buying. These are the days where the bulls, the bears are in control, and I shouldn't let days like this affect my strategy or my psychology, because here's the thing. All the entries that I had, the bulls were buying every entry that I had. So I was in the right location. It's just unfortunately today, there weren't enough buyers to push the market where I wanted it to go. So I was in the right areas. It's just unfortunately for me, those trades were losers. Hopefully this one can work out for us without being too nasty here, without having to pull back. But it's just one of those days. The bulls are just not buying. So we are seeing some buying in this area. All right, so if we can just see a continuation, just a push, I would feel more comfortable in this trade. You say relying on limit orders get you in trouble? Well, well, we've already spoken about this, Alfred. We have two different trading styles. I just prefer to trade at areas where it's highly likely for me to win. So I'm comfortable, or the market has shown me that if I place limits at areas of supply and demand, eventually it's going to get there. It's going to fill my limit and I can get an easy winner. I just have to be super patient for it. Now, your style is more aggressive than mine. So if you're not trading at areas of support and resistance, setting limit orders, I can kind of see it. I mean, I see it from your point of view. I have a more of a passive aggressive style. I mean, shit, right now, I'm positive on the day. I'm positive. I could take profits here, blasphemy, and get my money back from that earlier loss, but I'm gonna let this one play through. I mean, if it comes back and stops me out, I get locked out of the account until tomorrow. But if I can get that profit target hit, I can get my daily P&L and be happy. So. Yeah, it looks like these bears are, yeah, they're trying to sell. They're trying to double top it here. Bears trying to double top it. Yeah, you did say that, Tony. You did say that. So I wonder what this war, or this military operation, as they call it, was distracting the masses from. I wonder what the distraction was. Hmm. Yeah, that's definitely true. I really can't imagine myself sitting at a table with the people that supposedly killed leadership, people that supposedly you're supposed to look up to, especially a religious leader. How do you sit at the table with the people that killed that person or assassinated that person? How do you come to an agreement? Yeah, the world is a stage. Yeah, it's definitely a stage for sure. It's definitely a stage. And once you realize that, you get a lot of your power back. You get a lot of your power back. Unfortunately, some of the characters in this movie, uh, they do get harmed, and Sometimes, I mean, well, not sometimes, but that is unfortunate. But at the end of the day, it's all a movie. Or at least that's how it's designed to be. I mean, anyway. Hmm. So the Bears are definitely defending this level. Uh, they don't want the market to push up above this high for whatever reason. They do not want this market to push above these highs. And you know what? Trying to shorten strong hands, cold bands. And me too. I try not to take in the bullshit, honestly. I try not to take it in. It's all entertainment. It's all WWE is what they call it. They see how much money WWE makes, and everyone in entertainment says, let's do the same thing. I mean, it makes sense. The WWE model has made billions, trillions, I'm pretty sure. And so, why not? Why not? Why not? And I do see a lot of, I'm just going to call it conspiracy theories for the lack of better words. I'm not using that in a derogatory term because it's highly likely. But I've seen some videos where people claim that these news outlets are classified as entertainment so they can exaggerate the truth. They don't necessarily have to tell you the truth because it's all for entertainment purposes. Same thing with sports and all that other stuff. It's all scripted. The ending is already known. It's just that the actors have to play their roles. Hmm. I know you said, what about them all running on the same script? Or is that a question, or are you telling me? But I mean, if you were telling me that, like I said, I believe it. I mean, before I actually recall this argument. It wasn't necessarily an argument. It was just an observation that I shared with someone else, and at the time they were defending it to. I mean, shit. There's nothing in this world except for the people that I care about that I'm gonna die on a hill for. I'm not going to argue against somebody else's belief system. I understand that that's a black hole, and I'm gonna get nowhere because people don't change their belief systems overnight. Even if they're shown the truth, they will still be comfortable in their belief system and just ignore the inconvenient truths. And that's just how people are. I recall saying, like, I was talking about some football game, and I was like, well, I believe that this team's going to win, not because they're better than the other team, but because it's going to sell more tickets. That's what the people want, and that's what's going to happen. And I was having this conversation. I was like, yeah, this team is going to win. And it was like, no, they're not. And he was blah, blah, blah. I was like, dude, okay, whatever. And sure enough, the team that I said was going to win won. It's not because they're the better team. That's who the people want to see. This is a circus. Hold on, give me 1 second. Like the Seahawks beating the Patriots this year. I already knew the Seahawks were going to win. Okay. All right. Nasdaq. I already knew the Seahawks were going to win. That was pretty obvious. Everybody was betting on the Patriots to win because it was supposed to be a sure thing. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna log this account out. I took 2 losses, so I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I think so, Alfred. I think so. He hasn't had an easy time in this market. All right. So yeah, the Bears. I mean, the Bears got it today. It's obvious that the market is just not buying anymore because obviously they were buying here, and then the market just said yeah. So I'm done. I'm done. I took 3 losses in a row, and that's my cutoff. So I'm glad that I locked my other funded accounts out because I didn't necessarily want to cycle through them today because I kind of had a feeling that today was going to be one of these days where the market just there's no price action. Price is only being delivered to one side of the market. And of course, this is when the bears step up. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna hop in the practice account. I'm just gonna delete these right here. I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna hop into the practice account because I took my 3 losses. I'm not gonna take any more trades because I'm just gonna give the market back money. And I really don't recall who asked this question, but I was asked the question, why do I only take 1 trade, or at least why do a lot of consistently profitable traders take 1 trade a day? It's because usually if you lose that first trade, the follow-up trades are usually losers as well. They're usually losers. And that's why I have a 1 trade a day, or at least 1 trade in the account rule. So I don't give back more than I want to give to the market. Because this trade did look promising initially. It looked like the market wanted to kind of break out here, but it didn't. Initially, I wanted to get in at 1475. Okay. Well, I guess I could do this now. All right. So, wall. All right. So I guess I can do this now. Copy trading. Wall Maria. Guess not. Mm. Well, 9925. 3750. Yeah. Bulls are having a hard time. I think if this thing does pop up, it's gonna probably short somewhere in this area. It's gonna probably short. We are finally making lower highs, lower lows, and the market is rotating between the highs and the lows right there. So we could see the market actually probably come somewhere here. Maybe. I do see a pool of liquidity building up around 880. So at these lows, the market is building liquidity. I think the market runs that. Well, I guess I should trade what I see. It's highly likely, right? Okay. Well, I guess. I guess. You know, I saw something on Top Step TV yesterday. I think they got custom indicators, dude. Unless I missaw that. They got custom indicators that's not on. What I think I saw on what I think I saw on Coach Dakota's chart was a fair value gap indicator. And then it was turned off. He turned it off. Or I think it might have been the other guys. It was a Top Step X chart though. I'm not gonna lie, man. That would be so triggering. That would be triggering. Is that what that has? Like, what the hell? Mm. No way. No way. No way. No. No way. 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 No way, man. No way. No way. Okay. No way. I don't know if you guys recall. I don't know if you guys recall. Oh my God, no way. So remember I had my limit order at 1375. and then I moved it up. Uh, oh, no way. No way. No way. Are you still holding this long? You said an orb low sweep. Hold on, hold on. Yeah, the orb low is around 964. Hmm. 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 Let's see. Let's see if we can get the market to run the stops above these highs again. I'm in the practice account, guys. This is not a eval or funded account. This is a practice account that I'm in. I'm not taking any more trades. I've already taken my 3 losses. I tried going long 3 times and the market said nope. Nope. He said the 4-hour candle equal lows on the 4-hour. Let's look at that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a sweep of that candle too. Looks like a sweep of that candle. Yep. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Okay. You know, I am interested to see what other top step traders are doing. Where are they long and short at? So, interestingly enough, there are 61% of top step traders long the Nasdaq, and it looks like their average entry is around 6. It looks like there's more ES traders short right now than long. There you're out. Yeah, on days like this, yeah, these are the type of days where, you know what, I'll just sit the day out. Or that's probably what I should, well, that's probably what I should have done. But obviously, there's not going to be a day where the market is open and I'm not going to place a trade. If you didn't fail, you didn't try. Yeah. And honestly, like 2 micros is, I mean, the way that this market is moving, 2 micros is enough. 2 micros is enough. I mean, it's nice to catch a big move in a big position. That is for sure. But you definitely don't need it. You can definitely get away with 2 micros in today's markets. And interestingly enough, this is kind of why the option market sometimes can just be misleading. Look at all these calls that are getting, well, yeah, look at all these calls that people bought. And a lot of these calls are now worthless. Actually, never mind. Let me take that back. These calls they expire next month. So they didn't necessarily have, yeah, wow, there's a lot of calls being bought for the June 17th expiration. $900 strike price calls? What's up with that? The market thinks that they think that the market is going to go to 900. I wonder who's a degen that's buying these, because you can see that this order has come in. That's interesting. That is interesting. Look at that. Look how much money they're putting into these calls. The same. Well, actually, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. You can kind of see that whoever this person is, they're loading up on $900 calls on queues. They're sweeping them and they're paying all this money. That's well over at least $10 million. What's going on? These are not small positions right here. You have a 400,000, 200,000, 800,000, 500,000, 800,000, 800,000, 900,000. Let's look at this real quick. Let's look at this. This person really believes in Q calls at 900. 900. Did we see 900 in the Qs? And before, you know what? We do have a FOMC meeting. We do have FOMC meeting, don't we? Yeah, we do. Yeah, you're right. Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. We don't even see a lot of gamma at the 900 strike. We see a lot of gamma at 800 though. We're seeing a lot of gamma at 800. That's like the biggest gamma level right now. I'm not seeing too much dark pool activity in the Qs right now. When is our next FOMC meeting? I think it's next month. I think it's next month. Interesting. So whoever this person is, they believe that the market will see a big push higher. June 17th. Wow. Okay. There we go. Now we're seeing the reason why. Her husband is the best trader of all time. Better than Warren Buffett, the best investor. So June 17th. That's interesting. What a coincidence. And look at that. So if the new Fed chair comes out with a 25 basis point drop, I'm really surprised he ain't coming out with 50. I'm really surprised. Trump is not going to tolerate a disobedient Fed chair. He's not going to tolerate that. And we already spoke about this. I don't know who this guy is, but you can kind of tell that he's a guy that does what he's told. He does what he's told. I think his name is Kevin Warsh or something. Yeah, he is in his face. He does what he's told. He's not going to have any independent thought. He's not going to move the Fed in any direction unless the direction where he's being told to move the Fed. So I'm surprised they're not coming out with a 50 basis point cut, honestly. Yeah, I know, right? You know, honestly, I really did believe that yeah, he definitely does. You can kind of tell with some people. It's like, yeah, okay, I can kind of get this person to do what I want. He has that face. Like he's just one of those people that, like I said, there's no disrespect to him. I'm speaking generally at this point. It's just one of those people. It's just they're weak. They don't necessarily have a personality of their own. They're put into powerful positions because the people that are behind them don't necessarily want the position or the exposure, but they want the control. I guess the expression is own nothing, control everything. If you control the politicians that are in position, they're exposed. They're the one that's going to get hit, but they're just following your will, or they're working toward with your will in mind and not a will of their own. So yeah, I don't think there's going to be any. We're not going to see any of the drama that we saw with Powell and Trump with this guy. I don't believe that. Okay. And isn't that interesting? The same area where we saw the market break out and then break back down, the market pulls back, and this is where we're seeing the rejection. Yeah, like I said, man, when in situations in days like today where price is only being delivered to one side of the market today, I wouldn't allow today to discourage you. It does feel weird for it to be on the bearish side because it feels wrong. We usually get this type of price action, but for bulls, and the bears have to deal with this every single time they get in front of the chart. They have to deal with this. It's just weird that now the bulls have to deal with it where, oh shit, every time the market pulls back, the market is getting sold into versus it actually continuing higher. It's different. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it kind of makes me feel better because, well, I mean, if I was in this position, obviously that would have kind of hurt my feelings. But hmm. I wonder if the market is going to give back this entire move, actually. I wonder if the market is going to give back this entire move. We're getting all this sell volume on the hourly chart. Getting all this volume. Actually, what I should do with this indicator, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad indicator. I don't need to see it on the 1 minute though. Probably on the 15 minute, maybe. Yeah, the 15 minute and above. Don't need to see it anything lower than that. Okay. So the low of this candle right here is all the way at 740. From this area, we saw the push and then the pullback and then the continuation. So this could potentially be the low that the market wants to protect. And then obviously this would be I mean, this technically would kind of be the high. That would be the high, the low and the high before the breakout, but this is technically a failed breakout. So this is the market coming right back into this range right here. Hmm. Hmm. 830, 879. Ooh. Wow. Wow. No, I think I did that. I think I did that. But if I didn't do it, then wow. I think I did that. Yeah, it failed on me. Oh wow. Okay. Hmm. It failed on me. I guess technically that's probably what I should have done. Hmm. Ah, shit. Well, okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. So I mean, this actually could be a double bottom here. This actually could be a double bottom, and we could actually see a stop run here. No, that's interesting. I told this thing I don't want it to be. I don't want to see it on anything less than a 5 second. I don't want to see it on ticks. This actually may stop run here, guys. That does look like a double bottom right there. That does look like a double bottom. Okay. Well, today did not end the day in the way that I wanted it to. Yeah. Yeah, Alfred. Yeah. I'm just, dude. I don't like losing. I don't like losing. I mean, who does? Bears are losers now, unfortunately. Bearish price action is loser price action. It just doesn't work. The only time it works is when the bulls stop buying, and We're seeing that firsthand. The bulls aren't buying, and or the big boy bulls ain't buying. Big boy bulls and girls aren't buying, and uh, and this is where the bears shine, when the bulls actually step out of the way. You said a 30-minute setup. It's interesting that you said the 10-minute. Huh. And Top Step doesn't have a 10-minute time frame. Wow. It doesn't have a 10-minute time frame. That's interesting. Wow, look at that. Wow. Seriously? Huh. Huh. So we're bouncing at the 50% of yesterday's orb? Do I need to keep the orbs on the chart now? I mean, technically it's a range. Technically. Hmm. Not ChatGPT. Claude did say that the 10-minute time frame is the best time frame to trade, to look for imbalances. It's the 10-minute, supposedly. The 10-minute imbalances are very accurate. Yeah. Shit, let's actually look at the ES, actually. I'm out of time. Okay. I'm out of time now. I'll keep the 10-minute on the sideline for sure. Because like I said, Claude has said that the 10-minute is the best time frame to use if you're an imbalanced trader. I just like the 15-minute. But it said the 10-minute. And I just hate the fact that it said that, because now it's I feel like it's like, okay, well shit. Set the 10-minute, but you know, we're finding really great opportunities off of the 15. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. We'll see. The 20 and 21 minute? Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out. Definitely going to check it out. But all right, guys, I am out of time for this session. Unfortunately, I did take 3 losers back to back, but all I lost today was, I believe, $450, maybe $500 at the most. I still have my accounts. It's not a setback. It's disappointing, because I think if the market conditions were different, those trades, those setups would have worked, but unfortunately they didn't. So we're just gonna have to come back later on tonight and see if we can kind of get our money. Actually, tomorrow morning. I don't trade my funded accounts at night, so. But all right, guys, I do appreciate everybody that joined me this morning. We'll definitely come back later on tonight, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody, and keep on jabbing.